we will get employee was present, because we have a, yesterday what I explained, we have a function in the NICTO time management schema called P2000, sorry, 240, that is P2000, which will consider it as presence. So if it is present, we are checking if it is from 2002 or not, that is from the actual attendance input or not. If it is attendance, we are not going to do anything. If it is not from attendance, then we are taking HRS is equal to 1, and we are generating a waste step called unauthorized absence. Okay, so this is the basic thing we are straightforwardly calculating the unauthorized absence in the previous thing. So if you go to the remaining things, you can work like this. Let us say if there is a holiday, what we are doing, I am checking with the previous days, ZES table. Let us say the time evaluation. The thing we have to remember is the time evaluation will run day on day. Few of the basics which we have to remember is if you run from 1st to 30th, unlike payroll, if you remember, payroll will run period based, but time evaluation will run day based. If you see, every day, whatever the schema you have written, the complete schema will read. Okay, this is the key point you have to remember when you are working with time evaluation. So whatever the rule we are writing over here, it will, the same rule will read every day. So what we are doing, if there is a, unauthorized absence, we are producing the unauthorized absence, let us say on Friday, and we are adding the same thing as a check mark. We are adding that one to a time tag, okay, to one UAA which we created. Okay, it is just checked. Let us say the same rule read again in the next day. Let us say if it is a free day or if it is a holiday, we are checking what is the previous day. Is there any unauthorized absence? If it is unauthorized absence, again, we are we are comparing this time tag. If there is an unauthorized absence, we are storing a 1 in this particular time tag. So it will be greater than, and we are considering the next day as unauthorized absence again. Right? So if it is less than, means if the previous day is not a unauthorized absence, we are not going to generate any unauthorized absence for that day. The same thing we are going to do the same thing when employee is having leave, right? It's a free day, then also we are checking the previous day, is there any unauthorized absence or not, basing on this time tag. So I am taking HRS is equal to the check mark if it is 1, and if it is 1, we are generating unauthorized absence even the day is free, because the previous day the employee was absent. Okay, if it is less than, we are going to leave. Still, I think I didn't get my targeted audience here. what we will do, we will continue. Or you have any questions from anybody for a couple of minutes? If really you have worked on this, PCR or such kind of things, I can address the same.
Krishna, hi. Can we use the same logic to calculate percentage also?
Pardon? Can you repeat, please?
Can we use
Yeah.
the same logic to calculate the total number of working days for quota generation?
Number of working for quota generation?
Present days.
Yes, of course, right? Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Everything is same. See, we are, what we are doing here is we are storing in relevant time types or waste types. Okay. If you are pushing to a ZL table, it will be a waste type.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to calculate something, you can push to a time type, and we can. We are going to do many changes to this particular PCR. If I remember yesterday, Srikanth asked something like, Srikanth or Sagar, I hope, even I didn't remember. Like,
Srikanth asked.
Yes, Srikanth asked, like, if there is another absence, we have to subtract from his, available quotas. Right? Then, if really it is not sufficient, then we have to reduce the size. So it's a real-time one. Actually, that is why I have took the Srikanth concept, and we are going to work on this.
Okay. Krishna, actually, this is regarding the same question. The other day when I asked you, you told me we can use operation VA, RAB, DAY. So in that case, we can use the same whatever logic you have used here, right? I don't need to go for VA, RAB, DAY, and then again look for VA, RAB, VCL.
No. What I am telling, there is a difference. How can I explain? See, if you use VRAB, okay, you will get absence stretch. Like, let us say there is an absence record entered from Friday to Monday. You will get all 4 days as absence. Okay, it's a reverse way. If you remember, see, this is we are calculating present days.
Okay.
Right? Whatever we are using here is the present days. And what I am telling is, if you are working on an into time management, you can catch the absence days also.
Okay.
Okay, here also you can change those things. But here what I done is, if employee is present, then I am for the understanding purpose, I am checking all these stuff again. And again I am pushing these things to a time type, which is a check one. If this time type is there, we are considering this as a.
I understood. We are calculating for present days, and the other one which you said, it is a reverse logic. It is to calculate total number of absence days, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And there is a bug if you recollect the things what I said. There is a bug here also. See, I am telling you example. That's what for everybody. What I am telling here is, here I am going to explain the few of the usages of the tool in whatever the operations we are using here. Right. Let us say if employee was absent. In this case, whatever the schema we have, PCR we have written. Right. Here the PCR, I will tell you another example. Let us say employee absent. There is another absence on Friday, and there is a authorized present on Monday. So what this PCR will do? So it will consider, Saturday, Sunday as unauthorized absence. So it will generate a 3 days. It's not like Friday and Monday there is a unauthorized absence. We are not checking for Monday what it is there.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
There is an option like this is the requirement, like if there is an absence on the day and next day if there is no presence, we are considering it as unauthorized absence. This is one scenario, right? So basing on that, you can use VRAB operation to calculate this. Okay. If we'll do one thing, we'll work on this. If really required, I will tell the same scenario also how to use VRAB.
Okay,
Right?
Krishna.
One discussion.
Yeah.
So it's already 9. So we'll do one thing. We'll continue with our session.
Krishna, one more thing, one more bug in this PCR is Friday is unauthorized absence,
Hmm.
and I mean to say, not Friday, any day. If someone has taken an unauthorized absence on Monday and Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, if it is a public holiday, it is not considering the entire week as as unauthorized absence.
No, right? It will consider. See,
Now
let
it will
us say
consider in this PCR.
yes, yes. What I am telling is, see, let us say we have an example here, where we are running the time evaluation. Let us say third is a public holiday, right? We have created a holiday, some
Okay.
9 holiday class. Let us say there is an unauthorized absence over here on second.
Okay.
Okay. So the third it will consider as unauthorized absence again.
Okay.
Okay, it will do the same thing, whatever we have written.
Okay. First we are checking
Okay.
if it is a
But
free day. Then if it is not a free day, then we are checking holiday class.
yes.
Okay.
Forgot about that. We are going to use today is that. So if it is not free and the holiday class is any of the one, it's a holiday, then we are checking what the employee's previous day. If
Yes, yes.
previous day is unauthorized absence, we are taking. But here this is completely not correct, right? See, on the holiday, if employee came to work,
Yeah, correct.
right? Then that's what I said yesterday. Instead of extending the PCR, I am closing here. Okay, you can build the same logic what we mentioned here. Then you can put the same logic: present, yes or no; absent, yes or no. If it, if he is absent on the day, you can leave. If there is no absence again, then you can generate that.
Okay.
Okay, so that you people have to build the logic again on the same thing. If such kind of thing is there, right? If you really require, I will explain, but it will be a big big mess again. Today we are going to do. I
No, no,
think
it's okay, Krishna.
yeah. Anyone, if you any of the people, if you require, will take time and I can explain again. But it's everything is possible in the time evaluation as per the client requirement. There is nothing, time evaluation is a very good tool given by SAP. Okay, so we are implementing for a client, I should not release the client, but we are going to, we are working on that to implement success factors in the client, including, EC, that is Employee Central. So there is no other solution in success factors for time management and payroll apart from writing PCRs and schemas. Okay, so what you people are learning is a burning topic in the market. Who knows PCRs and schemas are the actual consultants, work consultants in the market. So I won't tell any fake words to you people. You just check with any of the companies where they implemented success factors or they are going to implement success factors. There is no solution in the success factors apart from EC, that is Employee Central. Again, the same logic what we are working is straightforward there, and the same logic they will use to display in the cloud solution called success factors. So this is the burning topic. We have to learn, be keen on this stuff. If you really forgot what I am telling in the classes, it will be a bit trouble for you people. This is going to be very good knowledge for all the people. So we'll continue with the session. I think we have few questions yesterday from Srikanth, like we'll reduce whatever the things are there from his available absence quotas first. Then if absence quota is not available, then we will what we can do, then we will reduce the employee's salary from the parent. So straightforward thing, where we are here. Again I am repeating, I think Ishan is still not there, who asked me to repeat the thing. Still okay? I will take care of that guy later. So here if DWS is free, then we are not I'm skipping these things apart from weekends and all this stuff. Okay, so you can manage. I hope people you are listen the yesterday's class. So if it is free, then I am checking holiday class. So if it is a holiday, then I am going to leave. If it is not a holiday, I am checking employee is present or not. So if employee is present, then okay. Okay. So here we are going on negative time management. There will be a presence from P2000 function. So then we are comparing with P2002, that is the attendance info type or not. If it is from attendance info type, then I am just leaving the picture. If it is not, then I am producing a 1 day of unauthorized absence to a ZL table. Okay, so quickly, if you understand what I said up to here, can I continue from here? If you if you have any questions, what I am going to explain. See here, free, yes or no. If it is free, I am not going to generate unauthorized absence. Instead of whatever logic I have said, that is Friday to we have Friday to Monday weekend. I am not going to touch the topic again. Right? You can work on that again. So what I am telling, if it is not free, if it is not a holiday, and I am checking for employee present, okay, there won't be any question of employee not present. Okay, in negative time evaluation especially, because there will be a presence from 2001 function. Okay, as I explained before. So it will go to S every time, apart from weekends and all this stuff. So anyhow, if it is a weekend, all this stuff, here itself it will stop. Okay, so if it is from 2002 Infotech, even there is no entry in 2002 Infotech, then we are generating a unauthorized absence. So from here I will cut the topic. What I done, HRS is equal to 1, adding to a ZL table, that is the waste type table, time waste type table, to 1 UAA. So I am just, this is a check mark, what you remember. I am cutting this from here, just I done this. Okay, so here what we have to do, what we will do here is, we will if it is not from 2002, means there is no attendance as well as absence. So then I am going to do HRS is equal to, if you remember the previous sessions, FR, I think there is a compensatory off which I created, quota called 40 and C. So whatever the remaining balance is there from quota type 40, I am taking here. So I will show you, can I tell this one? So this is the quota type we have available here, right? 40 is the compensatory off. So let us say the client requirement is like that. If something available in his comp off first, we have to deduct those unauthorized absence from his compensatory off. Right? It is not available over here, but the compensatory off we are going to generate when employee worked on a weekends or public holidays. If you remember the previous sessions, let us say I will write the logic and I will explain again instead of confusing you people. D stands for TES table, that is temporary table, which is going to store in ZES table, that is day balance table. So if you remember the time type which we created to generate comp of is ZComp. Okay, so what here I am doing is I am getting the balance which was there in the quota called 40, that is compensatory quota, how many leaves are left in the quota. Okay, let us say it can be, in this case it is 0 because there is no quota, and we are adding, if the current date, if there is a comp of, we are adding this time type from TES table. I will show you in the log so that we can understand before. So what I am doing is HRS, I am comparing with 1. It is the same logic. What I will do here is, what I said yesterday, we have the same thing. the whole logic, we will write in the different place. So G and the PCR, that is ZAU1, that is the current PCR, to a different clock called Z, say GCY. So this will go to the this PCR with a PCR grouping called Z. So from here it will read, right? So from here I am going to change the logic. I will delete this. So from here, if it is if there is no presence and if there is no absence, then what I am going to do is HRS is equal to F or remaining thing from quota type 40 and C. So if you want to see the documentation here, right, press F1, because we are just remember HRS is equal to F I use. So go to operation, you can search for F, okay, which will be providing the data from Infotech 2006. So HRS in place of 1 we used is equal to then F. So here in the place of X, this is the syntax they had given, right? After HRS is equal to F, then XQQ. So we have given C on the particular key date. What is the quota? Okay, use. Sorry, I used or F or I used. So remaining quota I am pulling and giving the quota number. So 40 is the quota number for compensatory off, and I am giving C all the relevant cumulative data. Even if it is first record or second record, whatever, if there is a split in the quotas also, I am going to catch the actual remaining quota balance. So that is what I used the function. This the same function we used, if you remember, while doing the carry forward part of quotas. So what I am telling that HRS is equal to F for 40 C, that is the whatever the balance there in 40, then I am comparing with 1, because this is the rule will read day on day. If there is an unauthorized absence, we have to reduce a day of salary or a day quota. So that is why I am checking if the quota one day is available or not. So if it is equal to or greater than 1 or less than 1. Okay. So if this is less than 1, means this quota is not available. More than 1, we will do something. If it is available to 1, let us say, then what we are going to do? We are going to HRS is equal to say -1, because we want to reduce a day from his what you say compensatory off quota. If you remember, the quota time type is ZComp, which is generating the comp off. If you remember the previous sessions, So what here I am doing is, see, I am checking with the quota if comp of is available, like it is comparing with 1, it is not less than 1, it is 1 or greater than 1. So I am passing a -1 and I am, generating it to zcomp, which is the time tag which we have given in the configuration to generate compensatory off. So a 1 day will be subtracted from this particular, time tag, means it will be subtracted from his quota. We will see how it is working, right? If you are clear, then we will see what if this quota is not available. Can I move further? Anyone? Or any questions or stops for this? Okay, then I am moving further. So let us say if this quota is not available, means there is no comp ops available for the employee in the particular quota type. So it will go to less than. So see, here I am taking a requirement that if there is an unauthorized absence, first check comp off, then check his privileged leave, then check his casual leave, then check his sick leave, such kind of thing. So here I am taking two examples. First I am checking his comp off. So client is telling that if there is unauthorized absence, first reduce it from his comp off, whichever is available. If it is not available, comp off is not available, then reduce it from whatever the end leaves are there. Okay, if end leave is not available, then reduce a 1 day salary. So here again I am telling if it is less than, so FR 10 is the quota type for end leave. If you remember, we already worked on the same thing, right? If it is less than, then I am telling HRS is equal to this one and HRS compare with 1. Again the same logic, star and less than. So if you have any other quotas, you can continue from the less than sub level. So I am giving HRS is equal to -1, but here the time tag to reduce ADDDB Z901, right? To reduce the end leave, this is the time tag we are using in the quota, if you remember. For the compensatory of quota which we created, the day balance we have given as ZCOM over here for this particular quota, and for this quota we have given Z901. So I am subtracting a thing from this time tag. Stands for means it is telling that we are reducing a day from his quota if the quota is available. If it is less than, again there is a second call again. Right? So if it is less than, so if you have any other quotas available, you can do like ZHRS is equal to FR let us say some 99 quota is there. You can check and you can continue the logic. But here I am taking only two quotas, what is comp off and our end leave. So then if there is nothing available, then I am generating a ZL with and the check, if you remember yesterday's session, okay, to do the things for weekends and all this stuff. right? I don't think everybody got the scenario what I explained, but how many are comfortable, let us say, before running what it was doing or something like that? Can I explain again what I have written? No questions? Okay. So see, again I am telling, we are checking this whatever when we are going to detect another absence. Instead of detecting, what we are doing is we are getting the quota availability of comp of here, and then we are comparing if it is available, minimum 1 day is available or not, because 1 day of salary we are going to reduce if there is a unauthorized absence. So I am checking it. If it is available, I am reducing it from the time tag which we have given in the configuration for the comp off, so that compensatory off which is employee is eligible, it will be reduced over here. If not, if it is not available, then I am checking with end leaves. If it is not less than 1, the balance, then I am deducting the same day from the from the end leave quota. If not, then I am producing a unauthorized absence where I am going to deduct the employee's salary in the payroll. Okay, so here the part will come for payroll. Apart from, everything will be adjusted within the time evaluation, that is from his quotas. Srikanth, I think this is the thing you asked yesterday, I hope, right? So let us see, we will face, because I already checked the same scenario after Srikanth posed me the question. We will face few of the issues. Again, we have to come back and we have to work on this. I think we inserted already whatever we have written. Right. If you remember, we have another absence on 7. Where we inserted this. Even the place where we inserted the PCR is also a bit wrong one. So here if you see, our rule was reading after this, but see, in the rule what we are calling F40 on the whatever the quota balance is there on the current day. Let us say we have to insert after some quota function or something like that, because we are checking the quota. Let us say we will see how it ran now. See, free, no, holiday, not a holiday, present, yes. If it is from 2002, no. So then it is going to our the new logic from PCR grouping Z. Then we are checking 40. It compared with 1, and what it is telling, there is already a 1. I will show you the PCR what we have written. So following the logic, we went up to Z, right? So it is telling it is going to start and it is generating 1. So this FR40, the quota having some number 1, even there is no quota in PA30. So how it happens means, I think on the 3rd, which is a public holiday, right? there is a attendance we entered, and the quota, is generated for a day. I hope, right? This is the one. The quota was generated over here. Okay, so what it is doing on 7, our rule is reducing, means -1 from ZCOM. So what it should do, your quota after quota function, your quota should become 0. So which was generated on 3rd, it becomes 0. Okay, it's an example again, whatever the data is there. Let us say we have a few other days. I think we have compensatory off, where employee we entered some more, if you see ZL, if you see ZCOM, see, whatever the -1 is there, our rule is working. Whatever the +1 is there, it's the compensatory off on the particular day. So 3rd is a public holiday, employee work, he got a compensation. What we have written, if you remember in the previous classes, right? On 7th, employee has unauthorized absence, it was reduced. Okay, on 18th, okay, there is a comp off, which is a weekend. Employee worked over there as per our infotag, means as per the attendance we entered. So he got 1 plus, or the same thing as 19. 18, 19, that is Saturday, Sunday. Okay, if you remember yesterday's session, we have entered 24th, 25th, 24, 25, 26 and 27 as offs, right? So these 2 days it is reducing again. But here there is no, 25th and 26th with ZCOM or such kind of thing. You got the thing what I am explaining, right? See here, if you see ZCOM is there, I will show you on 24th. So this is the rule which was happened on 24th. So what it is telling again, this quota type consists of a number again, that is minimum of 1, and it is subtracting again. So there is no unauthorized absence again on 24th. But unfortunately what happened here on 25th is, because we didn't return anything for the check mark, maybe. See what it is doing, it is checking this. Previous day it is, what you say, unauthorized absence or not, and it is going to less than. So we have to a bit edit the things to catch up these 2 days as unauthorized absence, that is Saturday and Sunday, right? So a small change again within the Z. So whenever I am generating, HRS is equal to -1, I will write a few more lines because we have to add a check mark. If you see here, I added a check mark, but if I add this to 1 UA, it will be -1, right? If it is 1 and less than 1, we are checking. So what I am doing here is, instead of passing -1, I will pass 1, or you can multiply it with -1, or you can, HRS is equal to, you can put 1, either of the things you can do. So here I am telling that there is an unauthorized absence. If this condition was true, so then I am putting a check as unauthorized absence. So the same thing we have to do here also. right? So this is the check. If you remember yesterday, what I said, this is the check time type, like previous day is unauthorized absence or not. For that, whenever there is an unauthorized absence on the current day, we are pushing to a day balance table with a time type with value of 1. Right, so I will come back, to the log. We'll rerun the things. So how the remaining 2 days will take. Here, if you see on 25th, so it is telling us leave. It is checking this. There is no unauthorized absence previous day. This is the rule we have written. If you remember, HRS is equal to last day's time type. If it is 1, we are considering previous day is unauthorized absence, so current day also should be unauthorized absence. So we'll rerun the time evaluation after doing the changes. So we'll go back to the same date. If you see 25th, right? So what it is telling, it is comparing now with 1 and it is going to stop instead of going to less. So here I am going to generate an unauthorized absence again, and moreover here also we have to build the same logic again. What you say, checking his quota, checking his all this stuff. It's a same logic we have to build again. So how we will go for that, I will take you on that. So just take a break of few seconds. I will come back. Manu, actually we waited for you. I think you are a bit too late to to stop the classes. Okay, if you really can't understand, we'll have a another session and I will explain the same again. So just think about what I said. I will be back in couple of seconds. The things what exactly it should do, right? So, but there is a question again. I think it's not the thing. If I extend the things, see, you have 2.5 generated at the end of the month, which is the end leave. So, let us say if client have a requirement like whatever the leaves, unauthorized absences for the particular month, it should check how many, leaves generated at the end of the month. Say here in our case 2.5 and unauthorized absences are 2. So that 2 should be reduced from this 2.5. Then what to do? So there is again an option. We have to, instead of pulling to, pushing, instead of generating to that ZL time type, we have to ZL waste type. we have to push it to a 10 type, and we have to write another PCR to check at the end of the month what was the quota generated for the employee. Then we have to reduce it. So I don't think if I explain the same topic today, you people will lose what I explained previously also. So this will take up tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, maybe Monday. Or if you are comfortable, I can explain. Anybody? And up to here, if you are okay, what I said, or you want me to repeat anything on this topic? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get you. Means directly means you are telling directly to reduce the quota from the. Uh,
Now, through PCR, can we update an absence type? Because that as unauthorized absence, if there is no attendance or absence record, so that from 2006 through configuration we can reduce instead of directly reducing in the PCR. I
you
think that's
want to
one
update
question.
absence. You want to update absence.
Yeah, is it possible to update an absence type through
No,
PCR?
no, no. 0% not possible.
Okay, okay,
100% not possible.
okay.
Right? There is no. Yes. Yes, of course. Whatever I am writing, the 10 is the quota created by me. 40 is the quota created by me. If you have some excess quota, you can work on that. Right? Right. Yes. You work on this, I can answer, no issues. And whatever the previous question actually, even I struggle to, many of the clients will tell, I want to update 2001 infotype with absence, right? So it's really not possible with the standard one. Okay. There is only one possibility where we can create our own custom function, okay, to update the thing. It is a Z1 where SAP is not supporting. SAP is telling if employee wants, so if user wants a report, where is the unauthorized absence, he can get it from, cluster tables. Okay. Apart from, there is no solution for that. We should not see whatever the 2001 is there. It is a typical info type which is going to affect his salary. So we are not going to disturb those tables especially. Means SAP is not giving an option to disturb those info types. 2001, 2006 is a quota related, but 2001 is a typically linked to itself. So there is no option. If really you people got any option, standard option given by SAP, let me know. Even I will learn further. So apart from that, you work on these stuff. What I said, we'll move further on the same PCR again in the next session, right? Any other questions from anybody? So I think we have another means I have another 10 to 15 minutes time. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, we can quit the class for the day. I think you people have to go through the PCR. Then you will be having good questions maybe. So we'll meet tomorrow. Remy, I think you are not at all posing any questions. Are you comfortable with my class or not?
Krishna, I
Yes,
am.
Remy.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay then.
I am.
You are not posing. You are not posing any questions. I thought you are not listening me or you are not getting me.
I'm trying to absorb as much as possible.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Chalo then, see you people on Monday again 8:30. I hope you people will do good practice on this and we'll have a healthy questions on the same topic because we are going to discuss the same topic again on Monday.
Okay.